You're sitting alone at night, the house quiet except for the faint creak of the floorboards settling. The clock ticks past midnight, and your mind wanders to the years behind you. Decades of choices, regrets, and moments you can't take back. But what if I told you there's a truth you've never been told? A secret so well guarded it's been hidden from you your entire life. Whispered only in shadows. Buried in the fine print of the world's unwritten rules. It's not about money, not about fame, not even about family. It's about 5 pillars, 5 unshakable truths that become your only dependable support after 60. 5 forces that can hold you up when everything else crumbles. You weren't supposed to know this, but tonight, I'm pulling back the curtain. Stay with me, because once you hear this, you'll never see your life the same way again. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and drop a comment below. Tell me, what's one truth you've uncovered that changed everything for you? Let's dive in. You've spent your life building relationships, careers, dreams. You raised kids, paid mortgages, maybe even cared for aging parents. But here's the first pillar, the one they don't teach you in school or whisper at family dinners. Self-reliance. Not the kind where you shut everyone out, but the kind where you become your own anchor. After 60, the world starts to shift. Friends fade, family gets busy, and the systems you trusted, retirement plans, healthcare, even society itself, start showing cracks. You realize no one's coming to save you. Not your kids, not your spouse, not the government. And that's not a tragedy, it's liberation. When you stand on your own, you stop waiting for permission to live. You stop hoping someone else will fix your loneliness, your fears, or your finances. Self-reliance is waking up every morning knowing you've got you, no matter what. I knew a man, John, who at 62 lost his job and his savings to a market crash. Everyone told him to lean on his kids, to beg for help. Instead, he taught himself coding, yes, at 62, built an app, and sold it for enough to retire comfortably. He didn't wait for a savior. He became one. This isn't about distrusting others, it's about trusting yourself first. You've got stories, skills, and scars. Use them. Start small. Learn something new today, something no one expects you to master. Fix that leaky faucet, write that book you've been thinking about, or just decide to stop apologizing for who you are. Self-reliance isn't cold, it's power. It's the first pillar because without it, the others won't hold. Now, let's talk about the second pillar, purpose. Not the fluffy kind you see on motivational posters, but the gritty, stubborn reason to get out of bed when your knees ache and the world feels heavy. After 60, purpose isn't handed to you, it's hunted. Society tells you to slow down, to retire, to fade into the background. But the truth they don't want you to know is that purpose doesn't have an expiration date. It's not about chasing what you wanted at 30, it's about finding what sets your soul on fire now. I met a woman, Clara, 67, who thought her life was over after her husband passed. She'd been a housewife, her days tied to his. But one day, she picked up a paintbrush, something she hadn't touched since high school. She wasn't good, not at first. But she painted anyway, pouring her grief, her love, her life into every stroke. 10 years later, her art hangs in galleries. Purpose doesn't have to be grand, it just has to be yours. It's volunteering at the local shelter, teaching your grandkids to fish, or writing letters to old friends. It's saying, I'm still here, and I still matter. The hidden force here is that purpose keeps you alive. Literally. Studies show people with a sense of purpose live longer, healthier lives. So, ask yourself, what's one thing you've always wanted to do, but never dared? That's your clue. That's the spark. Chase it, because purpose is the second pillar, and it's what keeps you from just existing. The third pillar is connection, not the shallow kind, not the Christmas card list, but the deep, raw bonds that remind you you're not alone in this chaos. After 60, your circle shrinks. Some friends move away, some pass on, some just drift. But here's the secret they don't tell you. You don't need 100 friends, you need a few who see you, really see you. Connection is about quality, not quantity. It's the neighbor who checks on you during a storm, The old colleague you call at 2 a.m. when the world feels too heavy. I knew a man, Robert, 73, who felt invisible after retiring. His kids were grown, his wife gone. But he started showing up at a local coffee shop every morning. Same time, same table. He didn't force it, just smiled, asked questions, listened. Over months, he became the guy everyone knew, the one people turned to for advice, for a laugh. Connection isn't about being the loudest in the room. It's about being present. Reach out today. Call someone you haven't spoken to in years. Join a club, a church, a book group. Share a story no one knows about you. The hidden truth is that connection isn't just comfort, it's survival. Loneliness kills as surely as any disease, but real connection, the kind where you're seen and heard, is the antidote. That's the third pillar, and it's stronger than you think. Let's get to the fourth pillar, health. Not the Instagram kind with six-pack abs or green smoothies, but the kind that lets you live on your terms. After 60, your body isn't what it was, but here's the secret they don't want you to know: you're not powerless. The system wants you to believe aging is a sentence, that you're supposed to slow down, give up, accept the pills and the pain. But health is rebellion. It's choosing to move, even when it hurts. It's eating food that fuels you, not just comforts you. I met a woman, Diane, 65, who was told she'd never walk without a cane again after a fall. She didn't listen. She started with one step, then two, then a block. A year later, she hiked a mountain. Health isn't about perfection, it's about defiance. You don't need a gym membership. Walk, stretch, lift a gallon of milk while watching TV. Sleep like it's your job, because it is. And your mind. That's health too. Read, argue, laugh, cry. The hidden force here is that every small choice you make, every apple over a donut, every walk over a nap, builds a life you control. Doctors don't tell you this, but your body listens to you more than you think. That's the fourth pillar, and it's your rebellion against time. The fifth pillar is wisdom, not the kind you're born with, but the kind you earn through every mistake, every heartbreak, every triumph. After 60, you've seen things. You've lost things. You've survived things. That's not baggage, that's power. The world wants you to think your best years are behind you, but here's the secret. Your wisdom is your weapon. It's knowing when to fight and when to walk away. It's seeing through the noise, ads, politics, trends, and trusting your gut. I knew a man, Frank, 80, who started mentoring young entrepreneurs in his small town. He didn't have a degree or a fancy resume, just stories, decades of them. His advice saved businesses, changed lives. Wisdom isn't just what you know, it's what you do with it. Share it. Write it down. Tell your grandkids, your neighbors, the world. The hidden truth is that your wisdom doesn't just help you, it helps everyone. It's the legacy you leave, not in money or things, but in the lives you touch. That's the fifth pillar, and it's what makes you unstoppable. So here we are, at the end of this journey, but really, it's just the beginning. You've heard the 5 pillars: self-reliance, purpose, connection, health, and wisdom. These aren't just ideas, they're your foundation, your lifeline, your rebellion against a world that wants you to fade. You're not done. You're not invisible. You're not just a number. You're a force, armed with truths they didn't want you to know. Start today. Pick one pillar, one small step. Call an old friend, take a walk, write down a story only you can tell. You're not just aging, you're awakening. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and comment below. What's one pillar you're going to lean into today? Let's keep this conversation going. You're not alone, and you never will be. Not with these 5 pillars holding you up.